and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Kellie de Leon with Treasure Data, and we are partnering with CDO Magazine, MIT CDO IQ, and the International Society of Chief Data Officers in a series of interviews. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Meethun Panda, a principal at the Boston Consulting Group. Welcome.
Thank you, Kelly. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for taking some time to chat with me today. First off, I want to congratulate you on being named a leading data consultant in North America for 2022 by CDO Magazine. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So I wanted to just kind of start by delving into your background a bit. You have kicked off your career, been kind of in data a long time, and over your career really worked for some big name companies: Oracle, IBM, Capgemini. All those opportunities have one thread that seems to have run through them all, which is really about leveraging data. And so, what drives your passion for data?
Sure. I would say this has been a journey of learning and experimenting, leveraging and maximizing at every opportunity I got. My passion lies in solving complex data challenges, and from building large to very large scale enterprise grade analytics platform to addressing data management challenges and implementing data governance programs. Technology has been a key enabler, technology at the core of what we do these days, and that drives my passion.
Very good. And when you talk about this value of technology and data and how that kind of drives your passion, how does that intersect with leadership? How are these tools and these capabilities that are available to us intersect with you as a leader and make you a better leader?
Yeah. This is actually a great question. Right now, if you look at the world that we are living in, we just cannot separate data and leadership. Particularly when an organization or an enterprise is embarking on a data-driven journey. I would say data is a new source of competitive advantage. We see large amounts of data, I would say meaningful data being generated, but mostly unused. So how you take it, process it, you generate insights, and then act on the insights, that would be the key. This is one part of the data wheel, I would say. But leaders and decision makers are now cognizant of how data can be used to gain insights, to make more informed and impactful decisions. And besides that, or in addition to that, by leveraging data effectively, organizations can improve their customer experience, identifying new opportunities area, optimizing cost by providing data quality, good data that is easily accessible. And most importantly, you as a leader, you'll be part of building a new culture that is data driven and fostering a culture of data literacy in your organizations. And that is why I see, I told that data, you cannot just separate data and leadership when an organization has truly embarked on a data driven journey.
That's such a great perspective. And, certainly one I share with you, from working at Treasure Data, we're passionate about that too, that the world that we live in, there is so much data that is generated, and there's so much opportunity if you can use it in the right way, whether that's for insights to make better decisions, whether that is, creating better customer experiences, so many things that can be accomplished with cost savings and efficiency, and there's just so much opportunity there, but you gotta figure out how to harness all of that opportunity. So
absolutely,
I share that passion with you, that's for sure.
Thank you.
So let's take a time and transition to our next topic, just to talk about digital transformation. And I want to talk about really the need for companies to accelerate innovation, and that digital transformation is, obviously critical to that. Digital transformation is such an oft-used phrase at this point. It almost just feels like is overused or has become kind of so broad in some ways to think about what it means. But at the same time, while we talk about how, COVID accelerated the need for digital transformation and certainly accelerated digital transformation for many industries, it is a process that has been slow for many industries as well. So certainly the pandemic seemed to spotlight the need and maybe amped up the prioritization of some of these digital transformations within companies. But there's, as I'm sure you see in your works, some that are still very much lagging behind.
Yeah.
Why do you think there are companies that aren't, quite making the progress that they need with digital transformation?
Sure. First of all, I'm an optimistic person. That is one of my personality and behavior. I would first start by saying organizations have a real opportunity to invest in building capabilities to support and accelerate their large-scale, massive digital transformation programs. And my definition of digital transformation is all about value creation. Yeah. However, there are a few, I would say, potential pitfalls, or regions that might impede your acceleration of digital transformation programs. We need to first acknowledge today's technology landscape or today's ecosystem doesn't meet or doesn't fit tomorrow's needs. Right? It's very simple. And what I mean by that, many organizations have complex technology landscape and the processes that impacts your agility and efficiency, which you correctly mentioned. Now, to address the proliferation of data and to meet your customer needs, it requires adoption. It requires adoption into new technology. It requires a new ways of working, and that is really hard. That is really hard. Particularly if you look at large-scale organizations, the change is hard, and it slows down the transformation journey. When you look at, there are certain industries which is heavily regulated, such as healthcare and banking. The compliance requirements they do often change and sometimes make difficult to implement new technology and processes. But technology is just 25% of the equation. We also need to look at other two dimensions, people and process, right? Where if you look at some organizations where IT and business are operating at complete silos, no collaborations or very minimal collaboration exist. You are not aligned with your organization's vision with everyone on the journey. You don't have buy-in from the leadership, or you don't have other lack of leadership exist. Your team has limited skills and capabilities to perform desired functionalities. Now, we also need to look at why are we doing this? Who are we doing this for? It boils down to customer. It's your customer. Make sure you understand what your customer wants, what their needs are, what they want from your product and services, and most importantly, bring them along your digital transformation journey. That's the key piece in my mind. So it comes to three dimensions. It's a people, process, and technology. It's not just technology.
Couldn't agree more. And obviously I work for a technology company, but I know that it really is that three-legged stool. And, no matter what technology you buy, even if it's the best, most amazing thing, if you don't have the right people and the change management and those kinds of things in place to really adopt it and get the value from that technology, then it can certainly fall flat. So I want to actually dive into that a little bit more. Sure. Obviously, these types of digital transformation initiatives that we're talking about are often wide-ranging. They can, both touch external customers and internal stakeholders. They oftentimes span across many different functional areas of an enterprise company. And that is a really, complex web to sort out. Are there some key principles that you focus on to help achieve that organizational alignment and that change management that are really so critical for the people and process part of accelerating innovation?
Yeah, this is a great question. And I would say, first, when you take a large-scale digital transformation initiative, you have to have a compelling vision. You know what your target state or the future state would look like, right? But often what happens is, you are not aligned and you are not communicating effectively your vision to all the stakeholders. So make sure that you align your vision with all the stakeholders and help them ensure that everyone is working towards the same goals. Everyone is part of the same journey. Mm-hmm. The second, I already touched upon the stakeholders, but engaging stakeholders early and often throughout the transformation process would be key. There must be a robust feedback loop that should exist during your digital transformation journey. And the third, developing a very detailed level and realistic plan, kind of a smart plan for the transformation that includes your timeline, budget, resources, and key milestones. And regularly tracking and measuring progress against each of the milestones. Because making sure digital transformation is an incremental journey. So every milestone should provide incremental value to the organizations and your customer. So making sure that all the stakeholders are have up-to-date knowledge on your every milestones. Mm-hmm. And we briefly discussed about who is going to do that. Your team. Your team must have the relevant skills and capabilities. So you have to have some level of engaging them with some sort of training to ensure that the team has the right skills and capabilities to perform the desired functionality. And finally, it should be agile driven. It is an agile ways of working. These are some key areas that I believe that this will help achieve the organizational alignment and change management that are required for accelerating your digital transformation journey along with the innovation.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. I feel like we got so much of your wisdom and your experience and your perspective. What a valuable conversation. And I'm so happy that we could connect today. So thank you so much for joining me for this conversation today. And I hope everyone who's watching this will visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews with lots of great information just like this one.
Thank you, Kelly. It was really a pleasure speaking to you. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You too.